The trial chamber fell silent as Judge Zothar's crystalline appendages struck the resonance plate. Anna Chen stood in the defendant's cage, her dark hair matted with sweat, her Earth-standard jumpsuit torn from 3 months in the Kelvorian detention cells. Human Zothar's voice reverberated through the chamber. You've been found guilty of unauthorized planetary landing in violation of Kelvorian airspace. The sentence is standard. 3 solar cycles of exposure to our primary star Kelvox Prime. A collective gasp rippled through the alien spectators. The Kelvorians, with their pale, translucent skin, could barely tolerate their own sun's light for minutes. 3 full cycles, 72 hours, was considered a death sentence reserved for the most heinous criminals. Anna's jaw tightened. She'd crashed on this world by accident. Her transport ship damaged by a meteor storm. Now she would pay the ultimate price for their paranoia. Do you have any final words? Zothar asked, his tone almost sympathetic. Anna lifted her chin. Yeah, you're going to regret this. The guards escorted her to the exposure platform, a flat obsidian disc situated atop the highest tower in the capital. As the first rays of Kelvox Prime crested the horizon, the guards retreated into the shaded archway, leaving Anna chained to the central pillar. The star rose higher. Anna closed her eyes and felt the warmth on her face. Jack Morrison had been searching for Anna for 4 months. The former Earth Defense Force pilot had tracked her distress beacon to the Kelvorian system, but by the time he'd navigated the bureaucratic nightmare of their space traffic control, she'd already been sentenced. Now he stood in the observation gallery reserved for witnesses, watching through protective screens as his partner faced execution. The Kelvorian officials beside him murmured in their clicking language, occasionally glancing at the human with barely concealed curiosity and disgust. Your female will not last the first cycle, one official translated through his device. Perhaps you should leave. The decomposition process is unpleasant. Jack's hands clenched into fists. She's tougher than you think. 6 hours passed, then 12. The Kelvorian officials grew restless. Through the screens, they could see Anna's figure still standing, still moving. She'd removed her jumpsuit top, tying it around her waist. Her arms were raised toward the sky as if embracing the deadly radiation. Impossible, Zothar breathed, having joined the observation deck. No being can withstand such exposure. Our instruments must be malfunctioning. Your instruments are fine, Jack said, a grim smile crossing his face. You just don't understand humans. By the end of the first cycle, Anna was performing exercises, push-ups, squats, stretches. The Kelvorians watched in horrified fascination as she turned her execution into a workout routine during the second cycle. She sang, her voice carried across the platform, human songs that Jack recognized from their academy days. The guards who were supposed to be monitoring her instead cowered in the shadows, afraid to even look at the platform directly. What is she? One of the junior officials whispered. She's human, Jack replied. We evolved under a Type G yellow dwarf. Your star. He checked his data, classified as a Type K orange dwarf, outputting 60% less radiation than Earth's sun. You didn't sentence her to death, you gave her a tanning bed. Zothar's skin flushed with what Jack had learned was Kelvorian embarrassment. This is unprecedented. The third cycle began. Anna had fashioned her jumpsuit into a makeshift shelter, creating shade when she wanted to rest. She rationed the water they provided for her final hours, making it last. At one point, she waved toward the observation deck, clearly aware she was being watched. When the 72 hours finally elapsed, the guards approached the platform with weapons drawn, unsure what they would find. Anna stood waiting, hands on her hips, very much alive. Her skin had darkened several shades, a deep tan that made her look like she'd returned from a beach vacation rather than an execution. As they removed her chains, she stretched languidly. Thanks for that, she said, her voice hoarse but strong. I haven't had sun like that since I left Earth. Felt good. The Kelvorian High Council convened an emergency session. Never in their recorded history had anyone survived the sun exposure sentence. Their legal system had no precedent for this outcome. Jack stood beside Anna in the council chamber, both humans now treated with wary respect rather than contempt. The sentence has been carried out, Zothar announced carefully. Therefore, by our law, you are free to go. However, he paused, his appendages fidgeting nervously. We must revise our understanding of human physiology, and perhaps our first contact protocols. Anna nodded slowly. Perhaps you should. We humans have a saying, don't judge a species by your own standards. Indeed, Zothar agreed. We owe you compensation for wrongful imprisonment. I'll take my ship repairs, fuel, and supplies, Anna said, and a written guarantee of safe passage through Kelvorian space for all human vessels. The council conferred briefly before Zothar nodded. Agreed. Is there anything else? Anna smiled. That same fierce expression Jack had seen when she'd first been sentenced. Yeah, sunscreen, you medics should develop some. Based on what I saw, you folks could really use it. As their newly repaired ship lifted off from Kelvoria, Jack finally let himself laugh. A tan. You survived an execution sentence and came back with a tan. Anna reclined in the co-pilot seat, examining her darkened arms with satisfaction. Not just a tan, I've got abs now too. Best workout routine I've ever had. Constant UV exposure apparently boosts vitamin D production, which enhanced my muscle recovery. I should write a fitness book. The alien death sentence died. You're insane, Jack said affectionately. I'm human, Anna corrected. There's a difference. As they accelerated toward the jump point, the Calvorian traffic controls sent one final message. Safe travels, son. You have earned the stars. Anna Chen, who had survived her own execution, smiled at the new title and set course for home.